Okay, so we're on the desktop. I'm on Tracy's laptop here, not quite as familiar with it. So first thing I'd like you to do is check out, so there's lead pages versus ClickFunnels, an in-depth and unbiased opinion from Evergreen Profits. If you just Google it, right, if you just Google ClickFunnels versus lead pages and find the Evergreen one here, Evergreen Profits, or I'll send you the link, but if I don't send you the link, you can just Google it. Have a read through that because it's really helpful and it just helps you get your head around what they were designed to do and what they help with. So basically they're quite similar products. Okay, lead pages is a little bit more easy to use from what I can read, and it's a little bit less expensive. And then we've got ClickFunnels, which is a bit more advanced. It's got lots and lots of extra options, but it's a bit more expensive. Now, I think, just from reading this myself, I think I'm going to go with lead pages, okay? But if you girls have a read of that and let me know what you think. And actually, if you could, it would be really good if you could sign up for a free account for each of them and just have a play around with them and see which one you prefer using, because that's always a good way to test things out, is to have a play around, okay? But I'm kind of leading towards... I'm kind of thinking lead pages to start off with, and then if we feel like we need it later on, we can always upgrade to ClickFunnels. And with lead pages, they do. They've got 3 packages. I'm thinking this $48 a month one, which gives us 3 sites, and it gives us everything basically that the advanced one does. But the advanced does 50 sites, so I think that's more for like agencies that want to sell this to clients. Okay. Which we're not yet. Who knows what the future might hold. But you guys can sign up for a free trial and maybe try, you know what, try this one first. So before, if you like lead pages, and I'm going to explain what I want from it, but if you guys sign up for a free trial of lead pages, maybe use the team email address. If you need a credit card, let me know. I'll give you a card. Yeah, but let's play around with this first, and then if we don't like it for any reason, we can have a look at ClickFunnels, okay? But so that's, if you can check that out, that would be cool, okay? Now then, to explain what I want, so I'm going to go onto a whiteboard here. Tracy's fancy laptop, this is really cool. Whoops, I don't want that. Yeah. Okay, right. So let's have a look. What do I want to do? What's the text? Yeah. Okay. Right, so the creation process, let's zoom out a wee bit. Okay.
How are you today?
So basically, first of all, we're going to have to create the course content, the actual videos, yeah? So, Jason, Jay here, I'm going to be recording videos, okay? And then I'll also be recording sound, which is my voice, kind of like what you're hearing now, okay? And then the first, so I'll send these files to you guys, and first thing you have to do is to combine them into one, you know, you have one long sort of video then with the sound and the audio. The reason we do this is because I'm going to use a different speaker, and I won't be using the speaker on the camera. I'll be using a little lapel mic. Okay, so we've got to join those together.
No, I don't think.
And this might be.
The informal conversations are that they're not going to be as hard out as.
This I might have recorded, you know, 3 different lessons here all in one. Okay, so the first job will be. We'll go. Okay, so we'll cut. That's lesson 1, and that's lesson 2. Okay, so we'll cut those out like that, and then we'll move them.
Yeah, even
so we'll go.
Oh,
that didn't work as I expected. But anyway, we'll end up with 3 lessons, okay? So there's lesson
And you guys are lucky,
1,
you
use
have
lesson
some
2
deck
video,
work anyway, so
and use lesson
he's,
3.
You know, he's well on board with all this
Okay.
stuff, isn't he?
And then let's just get rid of that.
Hey, great.
So we've got 3 lessons. And
Hey.
at the moment it's just me talking, obviously, on each of the lessons. So then we might say, let's just zoom in on lesson 1. Or we might say, okay, well,
We're in Wanaka now.
this bit is good,
Yeah. Wanaka,
but this bit I wanted to
tonight
cut
as
out
well,
because
and then tomorrow
me it's
get into
crap.
breakfast, I think.
I messed up, I made a mistake, so we chop that out. And then we might say, well, and for this
Yeah,
bit
this is
here,
quiet. Yeah. Quite nice.
we actually want
Yeah.
NZ Scenic
Look at the
video
faces there.
to play in that bit. And then we might want in this bit here, and then it'll be me talking again here. And then in this last bit, it's just going to be like the government website. Okay, and then basically then we go, okay, cool, we're happy with that. So we got this bit up the front, which is good. We've cut this bit out. We've added in this bit here. We've got this bit which is good, and we've added in this bit here. And it's still my voice talking throughout the whole thing, but we've just got visuals overlaying here and here. So Meg, I think this will, I think this will make sense to you. And Judy, I know this is a little bit newer to you, but this stuff is really, once you know it, it's really simple, okay? And I'll be kind of giving you directions at this point here. So when I'm recording the video, I'll actually be saying what I want, kind of what I want to see in this bit, okay? Or in this whole thing. So you'll just be following my advice throughout the whole thing. But so I'll kind of be directing it, and then you'll be editing it, okay? So this would all come. This is all. Trust me. Once you've done it a few times, it'll be easy, and I know you'll both be able to do this, no problem, okay? And we'll be doing the same thing here. Then for these videos, we might cut this bit out, and we might stick a new section in here, and then cut this bit out, and then put a new section there, and and then we'll end up with 3 finished lessons. And it might be 12 lessons, it might be 2 lessons, whatever, but we'll have the lessons. Or it might just be that this is actually just phase 1. This is, and I've got to record another lesson, 4, 5, and 6. But anyway, so we'll end up, we've got 3 good lessons. What we need to do next then is we're going to put these. So that's the creation process. Now hosting. Okay, we'll be putting these onto a hosting platform. So lesson 1, lesson 2, and lesson 3. Now I don't know which this one's going to be yet. It could even just be YouTube, right? It could just be YouTube with passwords. So that's the most simplest way to do it. But there's other things that are designed for this purpose, okay? So YouTube is one. I can't actually remember the other names of the other ones, but there's several other ones, okay? And then basically we'll host the videos on this service, and this is what the customers will be paying to get access to, okay? And essentially that's our online course. That's kind of ready for customers and ready for people to pay to access it. Okay, so that's all good. So that's the creation side. Now then, the next thing is how do we get customers to here? Okay, we need to get traffic to this site to access and pay for the course. Okay, so the way we're going to be doing that is through, initially we're just going to probably just focus on Facebook, but later on we might do other social media as well, okay? But let's just stick with Facebook whilst we're learning what we're doing. So we'll be taking some of these lessons, so we might just take a little snapshot of that one and make that into an advert, okay? and we might take a little snapshot of that one and make that into an advert. Okay. Oh, by the way, when we're doing these, we'll also have like animate. You put my name and lesson 1 and that type of thing, like the animation stuff. Titles and captions and things. But anyway, but for the adverts here, and I might just record a fresh advert as well. A couple of videos which are just designed as adverts. Okay, so we'll have a couple of like purpose-built adverts here, and then we'll have a couple of snippets from the course as adverts. These will have to be captioned differently, so they'll need like big captions and hey, do you want to escape Corona? Okay, that type of thing, whatever. Or move to NZ. So big things, on the video caption itself. Now, once we've got these videos once we're happy with these videos and they're kind of ready, okay, we will be paying. We'll pay to get them advertised. So we'll use Facebook advertising. Okay, advertising. Now, I've got some training videos. When I did the Kerwin Ray Nail It and Scale It, okay, they included training videos on how to do the Facebook ads, okay, on how to do this. So I've got some step-by-step instructions on that. Really good quality video, which I'll send to you guys. But we'll basically be paying to get these adverts in front of people. And at the end of every advert, there's going to be a call to action. Okay? All that means is just, hey, click here. So at the end of the advert is, do you want to learn more? So there'll be a button, learn more. Okay? Or and that would be on the on the actual screen that they watch, and then they click that, and that takes them to, if they click this, there'll be a couple of things here. Okay, do you want to learn more? Okay, or it might be, do you want to get free updates? So I'm going to say at the moment, the New Zealand borders are closed. Okay, so visitors can't come in at the moment, only citizens and residents, but that's going to change. And when it does, would you like an email alert from us? Okay, if you want an email alert, just click the button. Okay. And then basically these buttons here will just take, when the customer clicks them, or when the lead clicks those, it's going to take them to a landing page. Now the landing page, right, this is lead pages, okay? So that's going to be our landing page. Maybe later on, like I say, maybe ClickFunnels later, but at the moment, lead pages. Okay, so when they click the advert, it takes into lead pages, and this says, hey, thanks for clicking, and if you want email alerts, just put your email address in here. Okay. xyz@gmail.com. Okay, and then and then just check the box for our terms and conditions, and that we can send you emails, and then click submit. Okay, so they click that. Okay, then what will happen? Once they click submit, then they're going to get a new page. Okay, and what this page is going to say, to make sure that we send you the right information, tell us more about you. Like, you know, are you retired? Because if they're retired, they only want to know when the border opens up to retirees, right? But if they're a professional, that might be the border might open at a different time for these guys versus these guys. Okay, so tell us a bit about yourself, and you know, and you know, age, because that matters. I don't know if, yeah, I don't know. I might have some other questions along here anyway. Okay, but let's just stick with that at the moment. So work status, age, professional, and then, oh yeah, do you intend to work in New Zealand? Or have you got enough funds to income elsewhere? Okay, so we need to figure out what those questions are, okay? But once they do that, so they'll pick, oh yeah, well, I'm retired, I'm not going to work in New Zealand, I'm 75, and yeah, I've got income elsewhere. Okay, then they hit submit. Okay, so now we've got not just their email address here. Okay, so not just their email address here, but we know information about them.
He's taken off in a camper van too.
And that means that we can tailor our services and make sure that we're sending them, you know, good information that's relevant for them. There's no point, if they're retired, there's no point telling them when doctors can come in. Okay, so we've got good information on them, which helps us with our emails. We'll be automating emails, and we'll be sending emails, but only to the right groups. Okay, and to the right, you know, to the right categories. Okay, so once they hit the submit button here, then they're going to get another page. Okay, and this will be, you know, do you want to buy our guide? Do you want to buy our guide? Okay, this will have a video of me as well, explaining what the guide, you know, what the guide is. Okay, yeah, and it's just $50, and it's going to give you all the information that you need in terms of, you know, traveling, settling, living, working, etc., etc. So by the time they're here, then they decide, and they can say no at any stage, but if they want to buy the guide, then they do that. They put yes, they do, and then they'll put their credit card in, and then that'll go through Stripe or something, okay, and it will charge them $50. And by the way, we'll always have a full satisfaction guarantee.
2-week kids.
If they're unhappy for any reason, they can get 100% refund. Okay. Okay, we want happy customers. We don't want. We want to deliver really good value, and we want to give stuff that people are happy for. And I think, you know, the information would be giving them here for $50 would be really good value. Cool.
Okay.
And that's kind of, so then if they do that, we'll charge their card, and then obviously this will take them.
What cost?
Well, actually, it'll send them a link to. Then this will send them an email. Okay, and in the email will be a link and a password.
Did you know the UK HR guy left as well?
Around
the same time, Miriam.
It's gone really big.
Miriam
to that. Okay, basically to the hosting site, which we don't know what it is yet, but we figured it out. So that's kind of the process, and you can do lots of different. So
it must be a real shit show there.
So for these landing pages, what I'll do is go green now. So you can try lots of. You can have, you know, you can have 5 different pages of that. You can have 5 different of these pages, all slightly worded differently, offering different services and things. And it's called A/B testing. I mean, we don't have to do that straight away. Let's just do. We'll have 1 year, 1 year, and one of these to begin with, okay? But as we get better at this, then we'll learn how to sort of play around and tweak and figure out. Okay, well, when we change this word to hello, we get 10% more people submitting their email or something like that, or if we put a video on this page instead of just a photograph, we get 20% more or whatever. So we'll figure that out. But ultimately, let's start with the basics. So that's it in a nutshell. That's quite a lot of information, and you might already know a lot of this, but I just thought it's worth kind of just explaining it now as a team so that we know what we're aiming for. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we know what our video editor is, Filmora. Okay, I think I would like us to try lead pages.
Yeah. Have you guys all nominated somebody
Lead pages.
for the Creative Award yet?
I don't know what we're going to use for this yet. Oh, by the way, we can on Fiverr, and Meg, you've used Fiverr a bit.
Yeah, they wanting. It's that recognition
Okay,
program that
we
they
get
do.
freelancers
Trying to encourage people to
that can help us write copy. And what that means is all of the wording on these pages, right? We'll get some marketing guys to help us out, and so they can write good spiel, Because I think I'm okay at it, but I'm not brilliant at it. So yeah, so we'll try some different contractors out to help us write, compelling pages. Okay. Yeah, compelling, because we're trying to get people to click. So we don't have to know all of the content. We've just got to learn how to. Once we've got it, you've got to learn how to create these different pages in lead pages.
Can you give me the short version?
What I don't know yet is what we're going to use as the delivery platform. I have looked at a couple of tools. I just can't remember the names of them yet. Now I've started a course myself. I've been learning 30-day course. What's his name? Does that work? Is that black? Udemy now. What's his name? Oh, just a sec.
But yeah, we just need to make sure we're all
Here it is. So it's 30daycourse.com. Okay. This guy Trey Smith. He's done lots of online courses. Look, I think this is a lead pages. This in itself is a landing page, okay, and I think it's lead pages by the look of it. So here's an example. You can go on here and see a real live lead pages page, okay. I'm sure you've seen them before because you can't avoid them if you're on social media. But I've been doing his course. I'm about 2 weeks into it. He just sends one lesson every day, and it's about how to do online courses. So it's an online course about how to do online courses, which is quite funny. Trey Smith, his name is. It's good so far. I mean, a lot of the stuff I kind of thought I knew as well, but what I'll do is, some of the stuff I've learned has been good. So
Cool.
what I've asked them, I want to give you girls access to this course, but I want to check with them first to make sure that they're okay with that, because it's like passwords and things. So I just want to check that they're okay. So I'll send that through to you once they've replied. I've emailed their support team. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. Look, there's going to be. It's quite hard to see that now, isn't it?
And laptops and
So for this whole process, right? What color should we go? So for all of this, there's going to be lots more learning. Okay, so we've done. There's going to be video editing. Let's go highlight it. So there's going to be video editing. That's not working. Video editing at this point. Then there's going to be building sales funnels here. And then, of course, once people have paid, or once they've done, we're going to have support emails. Okay, we'll have people saying, hey, I paid, but I can't get the course, or I didn't get my email, or hey, I paid, but the course is crap. Can I get a refund or whatever? And so we'll be so there's going to be this as well. There's going to be customer service element to all of this, of course. Yeah, but the first thing is getting our first course online, which is the headtonewzealand.com. Then we'll do the STR bootcamp. Cool, that's the update. There's quite a bit there, so I'll leave it there. Hopefully that makes sense. But the actions for you girls is, first of all, go to lead pages, sign up for a free account, have a play around and see how it works. You know how to use Filmora now. You've got a good idea, and you'll both be learning. We're all going to be learning together on this, okay? But it's going to be really important that you two support each other. So Meg, you're more familiar with Filmora, so maybe you could run a couple of training sessions for Judy on how you use it and little tips and things that you've found. And then we're all going to be learning lead pages together. So when we figure out little tips and tricks, again, let's just do little videos for each other so we know what we're doing, and then we'll figure out what we're going to use as a delivery platform. Cool. Trey actually suggests a couple on his course, so I've got a couple to look at, but I'll make a decision on that and then we can go from there. But maybe do a bit of, if you want to have a look around, I think you can actually host them on lead pages. Because all it is a video essentially, so I don't know, maybe we can just use lead pages for that. I'm not really sure, but we'll figure it out. Okay, that's it. Thanks again, guys, and let me know if you've got any questions. We won't run the team meeting today, which is Thursday, so let's run it on Tuesday next week again, and I'll be back in Christchurch then. By the way, for the videos here, so I've got some new equipment. I've got a new camera, some cool lenses, I've got some lighting. I've turned the garage, our home garage, into a recording studio. So I'll be ready to go as soon as we get home. I should be ready to start filming some content and sending it through. So maybe next week we'll be able to have some of the Head to New Zealand videos sort of start editing those. Okay. All right. Cheers, guys. Take care. Catch you soon.